Hello students, welcome to Siddhapur Mathematics Academy. So again in the today's class, in applications of derivatives, we will go for increasing and decreasing function. See, already I gave one important and easiest concept here. What is that concept? So all of you are familiar. In the derivative, if the first derivative is greater than 0, we are saying that the function is increasing. If the first derivative is less than 0, that is negative, then we are saying that the function is decreasing. Moving to the next question, see the question. Prove that the function y is equal to 4 sin theta upon 2 plus cos theta minus theta is an increasing function of theta in 0 comma pi by 2. Already the answer is also given in the question itself. We have to prove that the function is increasing in the interval 0 comma pi by 2. So in the interval 0 comma pi by 2, it is a closed interval. So first, as usual, we have to go for the derivative. Y is 4 sin theta divided by 2 plus cos theta minus theta. Now we are differentiating with respect to theta, always depending on the variable. Now it is dy upon d theta is equal to 2 plus cos theta as it is u by v. Differentiation of 4 sin theta is 4 cos theta minus 2 plus cos theta, sorry, not 2 plus cos theta, 4 sin theta in the bracket. Differentiation of 2 plus cos theta is minus sin theta whole divided by 2 plus cos theta whole square, and minus differentiation of theta with respect to theta is 1. This is 2 plus cos theta. I am removing a bracket. Here after differentiation remove the bracket. 2 into 4 cos theta is 8 cos theta plus 4 cos square theta minus into minus plus 4 sin square theta divided by 2 cos theta whole square minus 1. Simplify this. Here we can take 4 common. 8 cos theta plus 4 common. Cos square theta plus sin square theta whole divided by 2 plus cos theta whole square minus 1. What is cos square theta plus sin square theta? That is 1. So that means what you are getting? 8 cos theta plus 4 divided by 2 cos theta whole square minus 1. Take the LCM. It is 8 cos theta plus 4 minus 2 plus cos theta whole square divided by 2 plus cos theta whole square, and remove the bracket. This is 8 cos theta plus 4 minus in the bracket 4 plus cos square theta plus 4 cos theta a plus b whole square divided by 2 plus cos theta whole square. Remove the bracket, take that values in the minus in the bracket. 8 cos theta plus 4 minus 4 minus cos square theta minus 4 cos theta whole divided by 2 plus cos theta whole square, plus 4 minus 4 get cancels. 8 cos theta minus 4 cos theta is 4 cos theta minus cos square theta divided by 2 cos theta whole square. This we can write cos theta common, 4 minus cos theta divided by 2 plus cos theta whole square. So after first derivative we have to check it in the interval 0 comma pi by 2, that is 0 to 90. In 0 to 90, in 0 comma pi by 2, cos theta is, it is in first quadrant, so it is greater than 0. Cos theta is greater than 0, and in between 0 to pi by 2, the cos least value is 0 and maximum value is 1. See, 4 is greater than 0 and 1. That means cos is lying between 0 and 1. It is 4 is greater than that 1. That is 4 is greater than cos theta implies 4 minus cos theta is greater than 0. So here the first term is greater than 0, second term is also greater than 0, denominator is a square, bracket square is always positive, and 2 plus cos theta whole square is greater than 0. All the three are greater than 0 means this implies the first derivative dy upon d theta is greater than 0. Therefore, the function, given function is an increasing function of theta in 0, pi by 2. See, is it interesting and easy or what? Yes. Moving to the next question, that is question number 9. Moving to the next question, question number 9. Sorry, 10. Prove that the logarithmic function is strictly increasing on 0 to infinity. That means for all positive values. So first you know that what is the logarithmic function? F of x is equal to log x. Differentiating with respect to x. F dash of x is 1 by x, and you know that 0 to infinity, that means we are not taking 0 and we are not taking infinity, it is an open interval greater than 0. In between 0 to infinity we are getting all positive values, and the reciprocal of positive values is also positive. So therefore, the logarithmic function is strictly increasing in 0 to infinity. Next, moving to the next question, and I want to tell you one thing. Before this class, the previous class, I gave 2 sum as a homework, and still I am not solved that. Still I am giving you the time. I will solve in the next class. I will solve that 2 questions in the next class. That homework questions, previous class sums. Moving to the next question, that is question number 11. Prove that the function f given by f of x is equal to x square minus x plus 1 is neither strictly increasing nor strictly decreasing. On minus 1 comma 1. See, so very simple. If you know the concept, I know that I will make the mathematics very simple. If you watch all the videos in all the chapter, I will give you the guarantee you will score 100 out of 100. Not only watching, you have to practice, you have to write. Mathematics is a subject to practice, not to buy it. F of x is x square minus x plus 1 differentiating with respect to x. F dash of x is 2x minus 1. As usual, first we have to equate this with 0. That is 2x minus 1 is equal to 0 implies x is equal to 1 by 2. See, is 1 by 2 is in between minus 1 and plus 1 or what? Yes. If you draw the number line, this is 0, 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2. 1 by 2 is here. This is the value 1 by 2. That means the number line is the in between minus 1 and plus 1. It is divided into, instead of number line, draw only in between minus 1 and plus 1. This is minus 1, this is 0, this is 1. Where half comes, this is the half. And it is divided into minus 1 and plus 1 as a minus 1 to half, half to 1. Therefore, the interval minus 1 to 1 is divided into two disjoint intervals. Two disjoint intervals at minus intervals as minus 1 comma 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 to 1. Now write the table. Construct the table here. This is intervals. Here sine of f dash of x. Then here I am writing nature. Nature of f. In the interval, the first interval is what? Minus 1 to 1 by 2. Minus 1 to 1 by 2 is 0. If you take a 0 and substitute here, 0 minus 1, first derivative, 0 minus 1 is minus 1, that is negative, less than 0, strictly decreasing. Next, it is 1 by 2 to 1, 1 by 2, 0.5. You can take 3 by 4, it is 0.75, 3 by 4 you can take. If you write 3 by 4, see 3 by 2 minus 1 is 1 by 2, it is positive, greater than 0, it is strictly increasing. See, the number line is divided into two disjoint, the interval is given interval minus 1 to 1 is divided into two disjoint intervals, minus 1 to half and half to 1. In 1 it is decreasing and 1 it is increasing. That means in total minus 1 to 1 it is neither increasing nor decreasing. Below this table write down. Below the table write down. Implies the given function is neither increasing nor decreasing in minus 1 comma 1. Now moving to the next question, and this is purely multiple choice and for CET, important for CET. Question number 12. Which of the following are strictly decreasing on 0 comma pi by 2? First one is cos x, second one is cos 2x, third one is cos 3x, fourth one is tan x, and I will solve each question one by one. First we have to move it for cos x. So differentiate cos x. See what is your answer. In the solution, first A, f of x is equal to cos x. Differentiating with respect to x, f dash of x is minus sin x, and we have to check it for the interval 0 comma pi by 2. See, 0 comma pi by 2 is what? First quadrant. In the first quadrant, sin is positive. Already we have a minus. Minus into plus is minus. For every x belongs to 0 comma pi by 2, sin x is greater than 0. This implies this minus into plus, f dash of x is less than 0. Therefore, the function f is strictly decreasing on 0 comma pi by 2. Moving to the second one, P. Let us take this as again f of x cos 2x. Differentiating with respect to x. Yes, already you are familiar with the chain rule. What is the differentiation of cos 2x? Minus sin 2x into differentiation of 2x is 2. So it is minus 2 into sin 2x. Here, if you take f dash of x as a 0, if f dash of x is equal to 0 implies minus sin 2x is equal to 0. That is, sin 2x is equal to 0. And if you take 0 and in between 0 and pi by 2, see here, as 0 is, x is lying between 0 to pi by 2, then 2x is lying between 0 to pi. Understood? So here we cannot equate this with 0. So write down like this. As 0x is lying between 0 to pi by 2, then 2x is lying between 0 to pi. What is 0 to pi? 0 to pi is the first quadrant as well as the second quadrant. In both, sign is positive. Sin 2x is, so the angle, that is very important. Sin 2x is greater than 0. It is already minus and this is sin 2x. Implies f dash of x is less than 0. Therefore, the function f is strictly decreasing in 0 comma pi by 2. Moving to the third one, that is cos 3x. Moving to the third one, cos 3x. F of x is equal to cos 3x. Differentiating with respect to x, f dash of x is minus 3 sin 3x. And here x is in between 0 to pi by 2 implies 3x is lying between 3 pi by 2, that is 370. 270 means third quadrant. That's why I am taking that as a 0. In the previous first and second they are a positive, no need to check. Here 0 gives minus 3 sin 3x is equal to 0 or sin 3x is equal to 0, and that is nothing but I am taking sin pi. Understood why we took pi? It is in between 0 to 3 pi by 2, 0 to 270. And sin 0 is 0, but 0, it is an open interval, we cannot take 0. This implies 3x is equal to pi, x is equal to pi by 3. Now the interval is divided into two parts, that is, here I am writing the point x is equal to pi by 3 divide the interval 0 comma pi by 2 as two disjoint intervals. One is 0 to pi by 3 and next one is pi by 3 to pi by 2. See, now in 0 to pi by 2, sorry 0 to pi by 3, is it in first quadrant or what? Pi by 3 is 60 degree, yes, of course it is in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant sign is positive. F dash of x is equal to minus 3 sin 3x is less than 0 because sign is positive, already minus is there, it becomes negative. So minus and this is plus, minus into plus is minus. And as 0 is lying between 0 to pi by 2, where is sin 3x? It is lying between pi by 0 to pi by 3, sorry. 0 and it, you know that this is in first and second quadrant, sign is positive, the total answer is negative because of this minus sign. Therefore, f is strictly decreasing in 0 to pi by 3. One more interval is there, pi by 3 to pi by 2. However, in the interval pi by 3 to pi by 2, again it is in the first quadrant, pi by 3 to pi by 2. What is f dash of x? F dash of x is minus 3 sin 3x. See here, x is lying between pi by 3 to pi by 2 and check where 3x lies between. That means we are multiplying with 3. And we are multiplying with 3 means you are getting it, the interval is pi and 3 pi by 2. Pi and 3 pi by 2 is the third quadrant. In the third quadrant sign is negative. Already it is a minus, minus into minus become plus, it is greater than 0. F is strictly increasing. See, in this problem what you got, here the interval with the help of angle, the interval is divided into 0 to pi by 3 and pi by 3 to pi by 2. And what we got the answer, in pi by 3 to pi by 2 it is increasing and here it is decreasing. That means in total this interval half it is increasing, half it is decreasing, means in the total interval our conclusion is neither increasing nor decreasing. This implies f is neither increasing nor decreasing. In 0 comma pi by 2. Understood why we wrote like that? Now one more question here in the 12th only, D. F of x is equal to tan x. F of x is equal to tan x. D. F of x is equal to tan x. Differentiating with respect to x, f dash x is secant square x, and you know that sec x is positive in the first interval 0 comma pi by 2 and secant square is also positive because for every x belongs to 0 comma pi by 2 secant square x is greater than 0, therefore f dash of x is greater than 0, implies the function f is strictly increasing in 0 comma pi by. Now moving to the next question, that is question number 13. Again the question number 13 is a multiple choice question. This is purely for CET. On which of the following intervals is the function f given by f of x is equal to x raised to 100 plus sin x minus 1, strictly decreasing. Strictly decreasing. See, 100% it is a multiple choice for CET. 0 comma 1, it is pi by 2 comma pi. C 0 comma pi by 2, and D none of this. See here first we have to go for, as usual, differentiation. F of x is x raised to 100 plus sin x minus 1. First derivative is 100 into x raised to 99 plus cos x. See, if you are thorough in the first year trigonometry and everything, easily you can answer. Cos x, what is the least value of cos x? Minus 1. Highest value is plus 1. So, in between minus 1 and plus 1, this is 100 plus. 100 plus, we are writing a value in between minus 1 and plus 1. Obviously, it is less than 100 or what? Yes, it is a less than 100, and we are getting the value in between 0 to 1. 0 to 1 means it is a positive values. This is positive and this is, when you complete this, the answer is positive, but they are asking decreasing. So, this is not the answer. And in the second one, pi by 2 to pi, in the second quadrant, cos is negative, but it is less than 100. It is less than 100. So, 100 minus some least value, again positive. This is also positive, increasing. 0 to pi by 2 is the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, cos is positive. 100 plus some positive value is positive. So, there also it is increasing. That means it is strictly decreasing. Our answer is none of this. All the above three are not matching with decreasing condition. Therefore, it is none of this. So, only total 19 questions are there in this exercise. 13 we solved. Still 6 questions are remaining. That I will explain in the next class.